Have you ever thought how different life could be if you knew the right things earlier? In your 60s, 70s, and beyond, clarity starts to hit. What really matters, what truly brings peace, what actually lasts. And the earlier you catch on, the more it transforms everything. Your joy, your relationships, even your sense of purpose. In this video, we're uncovering 5 life-changing realizations that wise older adults often come to. Lessons that can dramatically shift the way you live, love, and find fulfillment in your later years. Stay with us until the end, because you'll discover how understanding these 5 things isn't just about living longer. It's about living better with more clarity, joy, and purpose than ever before. Now, let's get started. Number 1. Your time and energy are your most valuable currencies. In your younger years, it's easy to think of money, status, or success as your greatest assets. But wise older adults eventually come to realize that time and energy, those precious, fleeting resources, are the true currencies of life. Once you understand this, everything begins to shift. You start guarding your calendar, your commitments, and even your conversations with a new level of care. You recognize that how you spend your time is how you spend your life, and that not everyone or everything deserves a place in it. Experts who study aging and fulfillment often point out that the happiest seniors are not those who did the most. They're the ones who chose most wisely where they gave their attention. Think about Alan, a 73-year-old from Florida who used to say yes to every event, every favor, every volunteer shift. It wasn't until a quiet afternoon by himself, just sitting on his porch reading a book he loved, that he realized how much joy he had been sacrificing for obligations that didn't truly matter to him. From that day on, he practiced saying no with grace and yes with intention. His days felt fuller yet lighter. When you treat your time and energy like the treasures they are, you naturally start filling your life with people, experiences, and choices that nourish you, not drain you. And in doing so, you give yourself the greatest gift of all, a life lived deliberately, not by default. Number 2, health is a daily choice, not a given. In our 20s and 30s, good health often feels automatic, something we barely think about as we move through our days. But as wise older adults come to understand, health isn't something we can take for granted. It's something we build choice by choice, day after day. Every small decision, what you eat, how much you move, when you rest, how you manage stress, adds up like pennies into a savings account. At first, the changes seem invisible, but over time, they compound into either resilience and vitality or frailty and limitation. Medical research consistently shows that the single biggest predictor of quality of life in later years isn't luck, it's lifestyle. Small, steady habits beat drastic efforts every time. Take Barbara, a 68-year-old from Arizona, who realized after a routine checkup that her blood pressure was climbing. Instead of panicking or ignoring it, she made simple shifts, taking a short walk each morning, choosing water instead of soda, practicing a few minutes of deep breathing each night. Within a year, her numbers had stabilized, and more importantly, she felt stronger, steadier, and more in control of her future. When you understand that your body responds to care the way a garden responds to water and sunlight, everything changes. You stop waiting for bad news to force your hand, and instead, you choose to nurture yourself a little each day. Because the truth is, you can't control everything about aging, but you can control how much love, respect, and attention you give to the body that carries you through it. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 3, relationships thrive on forgiveness and presence, not perfection. It's easy to believe that strong relationships are built on constant agreement, flawless communication, or never making mistakes. But wise older adults know the truth. Lasting relationships thrive on 2 things, forgiveness and presence. Perfection is an illusion. Misunderstandings happen. Hurts happen, but the people who stay connected decade after decade are the ones who choose to forgive, not just once, but over and over again. Forgiveness isn't about ignoring harm or pretending everything is fine. It's about deciding that the relationship matters more than the scorecard. It's about valuing connection over being right. Psychologists who study long-term relationships often say that the strongest bonds aren't the ones without conflict. They're the ones where conflict is met with grace, patience, and a willingness to stay. Take Frank and Helen, a couple from Illinois, both in their early 80s who celebrated 60 years of friendship before Helen passed. Frank once said, "We disagreed plenty, but every time we asked ourselves, is this bigger than what we have? It never was." Presence matters just as much. Being there, truly there, for the people you love means more than perfect words or perfect timing. A hand on the shoulder, a visit, a quiet moment together when no one needs to fix anything. When you realize that relationships are nourished by forgiveness and presence, you stop chasing impossible ideals and start building something real, beautiful, and enduring. Number 4, joy must be actively cultivated. When we're young, joy often feels effortless, woven into new experiences, milestones, and the sheer novelty of life. But wise older adults understand that as the years pass, joy doesn't just appear on its own. It must be cultivated like a garden that needs tending, even in dry seasons. Waiting for happiness to find you, especially later in life, leads to disappointment. But choosing joy, choosing to look for it, create it, savor it, transforms even the simplest days into something rich and meaningful. Researchers who study positive aging often emphasize that small daily practices of gratitude, curiosity, and engagement are far more powerful than chasing big, dramatic moments of happiness. Take Doris, a 76-year-old from North Carolina who decided after her retirement that she would learn one new thing every month, anything at all. One month, she learned to bake sourdough bread. Another month, she took a painting class. Another month, she started bird watching in her backyard. She said those small adventures kept her days fresh and her heart light, even during seasons of loss and change. Cultivating joy isn't about ignoring pain or pretending life is always easy. It's about honoring the full range of life's emotions and deliberately planting seeds of hope, beauty, and delight wherever you can. Because in the end, joy isn't something you stumble upon. It's something you build day by day, choice by choice. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 5, letting go gracefully is a strength, not a loss. There comes a time in life when holding on too tightly to possessions, roles, expectations, even old identities becomes more of a burden than a blessing. Wise older adults learn that letting go gracefully is not a sign of weakness or failure. It's a quiet, courageous strength. Letting go doesn't mean giving up. It means recognizing that change is part of living well. It means releasing what no longer serves you so you can open your hands and your heart to what still can. Psychologists who study healthy aging often note that the ability to adapt, to loosen your grip without bitterness, is one of the greatest predictors of emotional resilience and satisfaction in later years. Think about Eugene, an 82-year-old from Minnesota who made the hard decision to sell the family home where he and his late wife had raised their children. It broke his heart at first, but as he settled into a smaller apartment near his grandkids, he realized something. He hadn't left his memories behind. He had simply created space for new ones. Letting go might mean giving away old suits that no longer fit your life. It might mean stepping back from responsibilities you once cherished. It might mean forgiving yourself for dreams that never quite came to pass. When you understand that letting go is an act of strength, not a defeat, you free yourself to live more lightly, more flexibly, and with more peace than you ever thought possible. Final thoughts. As we wrap up this video, take a moment to reflect. Which of these realizations felt most personal to you? Which one do you feel ready to embrace starting today? We would love to hear from you. Leave a comment below sharing one insight that resonated with you and how you plan to bring it into your life moving forward. Realizing these truths in your 60s, 70s, or even beyond doesn't just add more years to your life. It fills those years with more meaning, more lightness, and more joy. It's never too late to choose differently, to value your time, to care for your health, to forgive with grace, to seek out joy, and to let go when needed. Each choice, no matter how small, shapes the legacy of your own life. The beauty of growing older isn't just in the years. It's in the wisdom you gather and the freedom you gain when you live with intention. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.